Tonight, we open the file they never wanted you to read. Forbidden secrets of ancient Egypt, hidden corridors sealed for millennia. A star-true monument that refuses to explain itself. I promise you this, a mystery to spark your curiosity, evidence you can test, and a doubt that won't leave you. What if those voids aren't empty at all? What if the rituals were engineering in disguise? Stay, because every clue we uncover will challenge what you think you know, and every doubt will pull you deeper. Subscribe and step inside the stone. New hidden histories every week. D of Hidden History speaks to you. Tap subscribe to join the investigation. We talk about ancient Egypt as if it were finished. It isn't. Stone does not finish, it settles, and in that settling, it hides. The Great Pyramid rises like a verdict. On its north face sits a pattern of stacked chevrons, massive limestone roof blocks. Behind those chevrons, scans revealed an untouched corridor, 9 meters long, about 2 by 2 meters, no footprints, no air of the living. When a small endoscopic camera slipped through a seam, the lens fogged on ancient air. The ceiling arched in simple perfection. No paint, no script, just geometry holding its breath. Why seal a corridor that goes nowhere? Engineers say weight relief, a cushion in stone. Priests might say a placeholder for ritual movement. In Egypt, structure and symbol always share a bed. Above the Grand Gallery, another absence speaks louder. In 2017, muon scans mapped a vast void, at least 30 meters long. Not a room in the usual sense. A silence shaped like a hall, unentered, untouched, unanswered. You picture ropes, beams, dust in the throat, orders shouted in Old Kingdom sun. Now imagine the opposite, a space designed for no human to ever use. A place that exists to be absent, meaning by subtraction. Is that mystical? Maybe not. The king's chamber itself is braced by stacked granite relieving chambers discovered in 1837 when Richard Weiss blasted a passage and found red quarry marks naming Khufu. Function can be sacred when survival is the ritual. Step outside for a moment. Face the 4 sides. They aim at the cardinal points with a precision that still bothers surveyors. North is not an idea here. It is a line you could cut your finger on. The alignment is more than math. Ancient ceremony speaks of stretching the cord, a rite under the night sky. Priests, a cord, a star sighted along a goddess's gaze. A city calibrated by her. A ven, then nailed to earth. You feel the sky tilt into the stone. Then your mind turns to a harder question. How? Not the poetry, the physics. Millions of blocks, a ridge of time, an angle so exact that a shadow becomes a prophecy. In 2018 at Hatnub, the quarries gave us a lesson. An old ramp was found cut into the hillside with stairways and rows of post holes. Through those posts, workers threaded ropes to haul alabaster up steep slopes. Friction surrendered to rhythm. If Hay could pull alabaster that way, could they pull limestone? The method at Giza may not match perfectly, but the principle is the same. Force distributed, incline negotiated, human backs trading pain for altitude. And the stones did not only rise, they sailed. In 2013, a papyrus known as Merah's Journal surfaced at Wadi al-Jarf on the Red Sea. In neat lines, a foreman recorded moving Tura limestone by boat along canals to Giza, a supply chain carved in ink. At Giza, the ear remembers those waters. Boat pits flanked the Great Pyramid like parentheses. In 1954, a cedar ship lay disassembled there, sealed for millennia. When reassembled, it curved like a sentence spoken to the sun. Think of symbolism that works like engineering. A royal ship for the sky voyage, a canal to deliver stones that climb. What moves the body also moves the soul. What serves the ritual also serves the wall. Between these scaffolds of labor, you start noticing smaller enigmas. Narrow star shafts rise from the king's chamber toward the outer skin. Ventilation, say some. Celestial alignments, say others. Either way, they are arrows pointing at a conversation between stone and sky. At the end of one such shaft, a robot in 1993 met a tiny door with copper handles. In 2002, another door appeared beyond it. In 2011, a camera peered through and found painted red lines, measured marks, quiet as a carpenter's hum, seals that guard intention. If evidence first mysteries are your thing, subscribe now and stay on the trail. Entice to pistachia resin, juniper, cedar, elemi, bitumen, imports from distant lands, mixed like a recipe for eternity. A ritual is a technology that cares more for time than for speed. They built a body to survive the dark. Consider that. The dead taught us how the living worked. Recipes preserved where statues cracked. The past is rarely loud, it's precise. The more you listen, the less you guess. Now back to the plateau. If a corridor hides behind a chevron and a void floats, above the gallery, are we still missing rooms? Perhaps, but Egypt's greatest trick is making space behave like a symbol. You walk around the Sphinx. Its gaze is fixed east into the sunrise. For generations, stories claimed a hall of records sleeps beneath its paws. It's a beautiful idea, but beauty doesn't guarantee evidence. Surveys and excavations haven't produced a buried library of lost wisdom. Chambers exist under Giza, in shafts, in tombs, in worker galleries, yet the vault of all truth remains a wish. A wish can be a map, but not a compass. That doesn't make the Sphinx less mysterious. Its body is repaired with blocks that tell of erosion and rescue. Its head wears time like a tight collar. Meaning clings even when myth loosens. Walk past the causeway toward a place nicknamed the Osiris Shaft, cut deep into bedrock. Wooden stairs descend past levels of water-slicked stone. It is not a place of comfort. It feels like a throat-swallowing lee. A gate. Down there, niches and sarcophagi suggest ritual, not residence. Even water has a role in eternity here. Every material, stone, wood, pitch, resin, water, was pressed into service against oblivion. You read their grammar by feel. Return to the pyramid side. Let your palm rest on the casing. Under your hand is an argument expressed in angles. The slope threads itself between heaven and horizon. It is not random. It is insistence. Imagine the opening day of the king's cham. Urbir fresh granite gleaming. Joints so tight you could not slide a blade. The last block edges in. Voices drop. Silence takes the room into custody. Above, those granite relieving spaces accept the weight of a mountain without complaint. A design that looks ordinary becomes miraculous at that scale. Pragmatism is the oldest magic Egypt ever practiced. If the big void is structural, it remains a marvel of foresight. If it is something else, we are still waiting to hear it. Either way, the builders solved a problem and left a puzzle. A kindness to the curious. Stand again at the north face chevrons. The hidden corridor hums with denial, its blank end like a closed eye. What you cannot enter, you can still imagine. Imagination, after all, is a gate that opens inward. In that gate, picture a procession. Torchlight swallows the smoke, chant over steps. A sealed space passed in silence, a mark on a map only priests could read. A room made of absence be. Comes a road made of rules. Then, look up to the stars that trained the walls. Circumpolar lights that never set were once called imperishable. To align a nation to them is to nail your dream to a ceiling that does not fall. The pyramid is a nail hammered by years, but nothing here is only one thing. A ramp is a ritual, a jar is a manual, a boat is a bridge between physics and faith. Egypt keeps doubling its meanings until they fit. If evidence first mysteries are your thing, subscribe now and stay on the trail. That endoscope's view to chalk white dust that never knew day. That is our climax. A corridor nobody has walked, a void nobody has touched, a question shaped in limestone. When a civilization chooses silence, the silence is telling you something. Maybe it says, you do not need to know everything, or maybe it says, pursue me correctly, measure before you marvel, honor before you open. Secrets are not a wall, they are a speed limit. And still, you will keep asking. Because the thing under your skin is older than pyramids, it is the urge to align your brief life to something that does not rust, to borrow a grammar from stone and speak it with your days. Here is the takeaway. The forbidden secrets of ancient Egypt are not locked in one chamber. They're distributed across a system. Architecture, ritual, logistics, astronomy, each piece hiding the others in plain sight. To read them, you learn to think in layers. You listen to a void without filling it. With noise, you watch a rope groove in a stair and picture the chant. You smell resin and see a journey across seas. You trace red guidelines under a robot's lamp and feel a human hand. In the end, you walk away with less certainty and more accuracy. The past is not a puzzle to be conquered. It is a partner that negotiates. You give it patience. It gives you proportion. You give it wonder. It gives you scale. The pyramid stays. You turn back once more at the edge of the plate. Oh, the wind has changed. The stone has not. You carry its silence home like a lantern you do not quite know how to hold. If you want more stories where the evidence is stranger than the legend, follow me so you don't miss the next descent. Next time, we will step into a different darkness, deep beneath another empire, where a single locked door keeps a city's memory from breathing. Until then, keep your questions sharp and your awe disciplined. Secrets are patient. Meet them Ulfway. Forbidden secrets of ancient Egypt doesn't end. It opens. We touched stone, but the silence spoke louder. That sealed corridor and the empty void. Structure or message. If every answer sharpened your question, good. Doubt is the doorway here, and it's still ajar. Stay with me. One more step, one more clue, and the mystery will pull you deeper. Subscribe and join me at the next sealed door. We go deeper from here.